check 1 2. YouTube check 2 check 3. All right, team. Let's give a quick look over here to. We have a few things to look at. Of course, let me give a fast look here just to XRP. I know there's a few people trying to find out if this thing has any continuation to the downside, right? So we have a GME to look at, right? We still have Carvana and SPX or SPY, as it is apparently bouncing and trying to recover here as we exit the lunch period. Okay, team. So please do let me know if you can hear my voice in the chat. What is good, everybody? What is good? And I'm sorry if I did come and scare the crap out of you, but I am here and I am alive. Throw an A in the chat if I scared the crap out of you. Hey, Jen. And by the way, I'm so sorry, team. I am a dollar bill, really? Dude, I'm so sorry, bro. That's why I created that freaking airplane sound, man. I created that airplane sound so that we don't scare anybody, bro. I'm over here still just freaking everyone out. Oh my goodness, bro. Sorry about that, man. I should have done the approaching the bench as well. Show some courtesy, ARCa. Damn it. BT, you shouted yourself, buddy. Hey, man, listen. Tell me the freaking truth, okay? Devil Dog sharded. Listen. Did you or did you not get scammed? Answer me this question right away. You get a fake ARCa asking you for. Okay, good. All right, dude. I promise you, man. I promise you. These guys have scammed for some serious dollar, bro. Serious dollar. All in like by using my name, and that sucks, dude. It really sucks. So so yeah, like when you said that, I took it seriously, man. I was like, oh no, man, I'm gonna have to take my shirt off and take my shoes off and everything to get scanned over here by this guy. Dude, I've done that before. I've gone up to somebody who's gotten their money taken away, and I've straight up said to them, hey man, this is my name, this is who I am. I'll video call you, dude. I'll tell you everything. I'll display myself to you. Say, open up a case, do this, do that. I'll even say they can open up a case against me, man. I have nothing to hide, right? I don't care, buddy. As long as the people get their money back. So excuse me for taking it a little serious too, dude. Dude, people are crazy, man. People suck. People suck for doing that, But there's a real need out there, and there's real poverty out there, man. So I get it, I get it. But it doesn't mean it doesn't suck. Old man saying, I did see a fake ARCa wanting to be my buddy. Old man, you know what? I know Devil Dog has tried to, scam these guys for some money too, like, hey, for some reason it's not transferring or something. Like, you just come up with whatever, right? Try to scam them for $5. See what that's like, buddy. But yeah, guys, I digress. Hello, everybody. Good to see everybody in here today. And yeah, let's find out what the markets have to say, right? And please, team, please, if there's any questions, let me know, right? 680 so far made from scam. Dude, you have scammed $680 off of scammers. Whoa, let's go. We're going to have to write a book, man. But, tell me, team, right. Yeah, guys, you didn't even remind me yesterday, man. I know I was really, really tired, but like, I could have absolutely, gone into LAES. We talked about it and I completely forgot, and I feel really bad about that, guys. So yes, it's in my mind. We have to take a look at the, LAES, of course. Right. And, I know for Daniel, I got GME. Dude, you see, hey, a VDP. Look at Devil Dog below you. Look what he said. Yeah, no, but we didn't. Old man, that's the point. I feel so bad that we didn't, bro. I skipped it. But you guys didn't say, hey, ARCa, you forgot LAES. I know that you guys probably saw that I was tired or whatever, and you just let me go. Dude, yeah. I didn't want to say the name out loud, right? But, it's up to them. But, yeah, man. And now Devil Dog, bro, the Devil Dog is seriously one of my closest friends now, man. And dude, it's that really is that. It really is that, bro. It really happened. So, and I did that because that was the most that these scammers have ever scammed anyone out of here. I know that there was one prior. It may have been 52,000 prior to him. Another one for like 26,000. Another one for 12,000. And yeah, man, it's It's crazy. No matter how many pin posts I can put up, no matter how many times I say it, guys, you have no idea the time I spend on my YouTube channel trying to remove all of those scammers. I seriously spend a great deal of time trying to remove the scammers, and people saying, "Hey, oh, this is my number. Call me as ARCa." Like, no, man, that sucks. So, who's ready, team? Let me know. Let's go ahead and get this thing started here with XRP. I want to make sure that I know that some of you are curious over here as far as the drop, as now we're actually starting to realize that actual drop that we wanted into those levels, right? But buddy, are you okay? Hold on, guys. Let's start it right now. Hold on. Buddy, hi, you good? Yeah? Is that what it is? Okay, here, look. I'm gonna do it for you. Hold on. I gotta get to work, baby. Hold on, just a sec, okay? I'll do this here for you. Oh, keep eating, keep eating. There we go. Oh. Hold on. I'm going back. In home, I think we. Yeah. Okay. Scoot your seat in. Scoot your seat in. Yeah. Pull on the table. Yeah. There we go. That's good. Okay, we got the little guy situated. We got the little guy situated. Sorry, team. There we go. Let me go ahead and start this here. Okay. You okay? Okay. So let's figure this out with XRP. Yeah, starting with XRP. I don't know, dude. BDP. Oh my god, bro. I ram something, right? I forgot what his name was, but yeah, that's hella funny. It is, bro. You know what, Muffin Man? It really is. But I really was expecting a deeper upside. A deeper upside than just about here, right? Um, the downside, we are in that area that we can start picking up from. And here's one more thing too, right? Just like yesterday, we were talking about a dead cat bounce. Here's another one yet again, and we can observe volume to see if it actually is behaving appropriately. you know so it actually isn't. Yeah, it isn't behaving the way that it should be. But the way that you're observing price here, without this shoulder looking like a head and shoulders, would have been a bear pennant, and with a breakdown already happening. So the way that we can observe that would be something like this here, right? And this would have been your overall top here. Maybe something like that. Let me see if I can't get it to use this here. There we go. Right. So that it could have been something like this, right? Maybe so. So if it is this, then this means a continuation. And technically speaking, this would be its exit strategy. So it definitely isn't the best formation in the world, right? But if it is following this, then this would probably indicate a target right down here of the liquidity level of 215. So let's just propose that, right? We're going to do this as fast as humanly possible. So the first target would be, from the breakdown right here, that first candle. Second target would be the 50% of the triangle itself, arguably speaking here. And the last one would be the largest portion of the triangle, right? So just about that point. Let's propose these all together. So here is target number 1. This would say that we would reach targets of around 218, 252. We've gotten close enough, right? And the second target, let's go ahead and apply it here. We're just going to go ahead and try to finish this as fast as possible. This is your psychological take on this. And then your third target is right about, using this candle here. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. These are your 3 targets that the bear pennant can observe here for you. Now you can also use the regression of your head and shoulders to propose a target there too. So let's hold on. I know that you're seeing me here. I'm looking at the volume. I'm looking at the volume here just below my screen. But hold on. I'm going to show you anyway. Sorry, guys. Let's do this from a 2-minute. It would be starting from this point, the volume. Or maybe here, actually. Yeah, it would probably be here. Okay, so technically speaking, volume descending all the way up and then volume ascending down. Okay, so this might actually have, a pretty good a prospect here. And it could be this as a dead cat bounce, right? So let's just propose that as well. There's a couple things that we can do here. It's a multi-formation. So we'll do this one first. This could propose now the dead cat bounce, right? right at this low here. So, okay, that's fine. And now your head and shoulders. Let me lift your time frame upward on this. Okay. I would say it would be, yeah, just about this here. Sorry guys for all the lines. I'm going to go ahead and just correct this in just a bit. This would be your head and shoulders target, center of the triangle. Oh, sorry, center of the shoulder. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you here the overall support, right? Because we are looking at physical bottoms here. The dead cat, it's only because when a cat gets super scared, right, it kind of curves its back. But the dead part, I think it's part of, not the cat. I think it's part of your strategy, dying, or the longs dying or something. Yeah, I think it's symbolism. But here we go. This would be your first target using psychology against physical targets. And the reason why we wouldn't go down to 215 is it's sitting kind of locally here. But I'm going to actually expand just a little more and just leave this as a range. Hold on. Yeah, I would say just about this. Hold on. And this here. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna validate the downside. I'm trying to go as fast as I can, team. Hold on. What time is it? 15-minute time frame. A closure coming in here pretty soon. Okay, focus is already in right down here. Let's post that. Cool. So technically speaking, these would be entry conditions, right? Okay. So let's start putting in the receipts. Okay. And this one. So I think that we could go down there, but the thing to prevent price from going there, uh, sorry to the, my goodness, come here. Yeah, the thing that would prevent price from coming here would be this target, the 216 533. It's very strong there, so keep an eye on that target, on that target there for now. But of course, I'm going to validate all this real quick. I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that I am looking. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Okay. All right. Now let's just clean it up a little bit. Get rid of this. I know that I had a couple targets in there too, right? There we go. Man. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff here that we could observe. Yeah, so much psychology in this, man. This is crazy. Okay, these are the targets here in sequence. The psychological targets, that is. Let me put this let me put this here. And then also that just about there. Could they be viable entry conditions? Maybe. You know? Maybe so. Oh, there we go. Okay, buddy. Now let me just validate that. Let me get rid of this here. All right, so 10-minute time frame closing in 6 minutes. Yeah, maybe I'll take it from really granular. Come here, come here, come here. All right, upside 1. These could be all resistances, validations of resistances, that is. Let's see. That would be upside. Yeah, upside still into the 2-minute, which just closed. Nice. Okay, total. Was that really it? Yeah, it is just a validation of resistance. ATR top of the 3-minute, 219.441. We went up to 219.333. Yeah. Okay, so downside starts from that 219.441, continues from the 5-minute time frame. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. What's up? Downside still from the 5. Oh yeah. 5 minutes to close. We still have downside into the 10-minute, 15-minute time frame. Yeah, that has it's a tiny green inside bar. Let's see what it does here. This probably has that resistance coming up roughly at 219.481. Hold on. Let me just put that there. I want to know that it is doing it to just around this. This might be too shy, but I'm just gonna put it there anyway. Okay. So downside continuation, 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame. Let's see, over in 14 minutes. Yeah, certainly still has a peekaboo to go to. Weird bearish engulfing, true red outside bar though, right? That's still bearish. Hourly time frame. Let's see. Hurry. Let's it go. Downside still. Buy hourly just started. That looks like an inverse. That looks like an inverted hammer, but it's a red inside bar though, but it's still downside. 3-hour time frame downside continuation. We're still expanding on that too. Yeah, we might actually want to hit those targets down there. 4-hour downside expansion, downside 6-hour expanding, downside with expansion on the 8-hour time frame. It's speeding up there. 12-hour time frame still downside with expansion. Damn. Okay. Let's see how far we go. Daily downside with massive expansion. Expansion on volatility being that it's accelerating to the downside. Contraction would be deceleration. So 2 days downside, and this may be the actual last one, and it may be close to that downside target. So let's see, 3 days total downside on this would be current ATR bottom of 209. Whoa. Okay, so yeah, it's still suggesting even lower. But remember that there is, and that might still have a kink for a downside too. So let me see that 3-day time frame one more time. I need to go inside of it, man. Let me see. Dude, what the heck just happened? Is Scotty in here? Oh man, it's got a kink. Fine. It's got a kink. That means it's still further downside. 4-day time. Okay, so 4-day time frame total downside. That, man, I'm not sure that that's going to survive it. But if it, guys, yeah, I don't know that it's going to, I don't think it's going to drop that low. The max, let me go into like a 4-week. We just have to identify the area of higher probability. I'm talking about support. So yeah, I'm still seeing like a 2-8. Do I have some? Yeah, I'm still seeing that 217. I guess a true liquid bottom on this might be down here at 213.742. But guys, that's I'm really not seeing that. Let's see what days we're closing today. Let's see the 4-day, 3-day, 2-day, just a 1-day time frame. In about 4 hours, the daily time frame it's gonna start retracing. And here's the thing too. This is a new buy daily, and this is just around its 50%. So that also kind of counts as something. And it's right at the support, right in here. So I'm wondering if this is just your right. This is just your prior bar pullback here before continuation. I mean, all the same thing here with a 3-day time frame. This is a new 3-day. This is just around its 50%. We still have an upside posturing on that. Your 4-day time frame here is closing in a day and 6 hours. This is retracing in light of the the 1, 2, and 3 day. Your 5-day time frame. This is a new bar, and this is at 30% its prior bar. So I think that it's good so far. We are near bottoms, and should this drop, any more, that's why I'm telling you that I feel like it won't drop any lower than your 213s. Just right, it could even be 214.058. Really, man, it's got a lot of support here, team. It really does. So yeah, but still, it would, technically speaking, it still would be a few cents away. So just mind that. I guess I can even say too that should this thing double bottom, it's a lesser probability, but there is still the chance that this can double bottom at 218.229. But I'm not gonna. I doubt that one. You know what I mean? I really doubt that one. But I mean, the 218.229 is still relative to some of the targets that we have this here. This is it right here, and we're looking at a bottom of 217.668 or 217. Yeah, see what I mean? It's just I don't think we're gonna go down that low. Okay, bro, dang it. Okay, perfect. Let me just do the thing here. Yeah, and I already kind of had this here too. Fine. This would be as low as it goes. Team, I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put this kind of like it's hard to draw this. You know what I mean? Because there is an immediate short term formation here. Hold on. Dude. So let's say that this does go into targets like this, validates resistances at these like 219s, continues towards the downside. And here, I'm not sure where it's going to go, but somewhere in this pocket, it actually started being more certain that it wants that 214 to 213 as we progressed. But that would be the area to kind of load. And this, obviously this thing would start to appreciate. Yeah, I think the floors could be, guys, 214, 215, 213-ish. And then this would do that. Okay. Let me just share this with you. Okay. There's gonna be it's gonna be XRP. Hold on. Actually, and I'm sorry, guys, I just missed this here. And just so you know what these top sides are as we go up, it's just this is relevant for the day right now. So we need to know this. Let me just get rid of that real quick. Okay, and one more screenshot on this. Yes, Josue, buddy. I will. I got a couple requests, and I promise I will look at it, my brother. But XCN, I do believe that it's following my chart still. We're right at the entry condition, right? Let me see. This is XRP. I'm gonna come right back to you too, brother. Okay. Okay, Daniel, are you in here, buddy? Oh, I love you, little guy. I know you're here, honey. All right, Daniel, let's do it, buddy. So, but buddy, did you finish? Let me check on this guy. Hold on. You know how it is, team. You know how it is. You know how it is. What is good? What is good? All right, Daniel. Oh, thanks. I thought I was little buddy. Dude, that is jokes, bro. Okay, okay. Fair enough, sir. Fair enough, sir. Well said. Okay, so let's give a quick look here to you're funny, bro. To GME, right? Let's go ahead and switch the screens and find out what's goody in the hoodie. Okay. So, yeah, but earlier when I was drawing the support bounds, I did find that this area here could be your low. And seeing that we just got some of these more major time frames close. I think it was the 3 hour. It was just around 40 minutes ago. By hourly time frame should start retracing here in about 11 minutes. Let's see. This would technically be your 3 hour peekaboo. Same with the 4 hour time frame, and this would be your 50% 6 hour prior bar. You still have 2 hours 19 minutes to close this. I think that this is potentially going to start retracing here, buddy. In the next 11 minutes, you should start seeing some upside, and it feels like it started getting a little thin on that downside. We see a gap. Let me check it out. Yeah, this is what I meant by getting thin on the downside. Right? It feels like the. I'm not sure if this is following the market, but it feels like the market it feels like it wants to repair with the market, maybe. On the daily time frame, or what's your what's the gap, or on what time frame can I see it? Oh, here on the daily, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this. Times that it's opened. I don't know if it's opened here before. Let me just see. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do more of a broader look. Okay, so this closed at 2066. I could just do it by, I could just do it via momentum and volatility, but I am also feeling your worry. So this is around 4.80% close here. Open here, that's around 3%. This would be equivalent to that. All right. Let me see that one there. That's just about, yeah. Definitely not there either. Not there. Okay, and then this one here. Let me see that. Man, okay, obviously got to put that back. And the closing, that's another 3% too. Yeah, honey? Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my goodness, you're so cute. Yep. Oh my goodness, honey. You're so smart, buddy. Is that why? Okay. No. I'm trying to find at least one, bro. Like just one. All I need is one. Sorry, that would be Yeah, it would be closing to opening. Man, this thing gaps up 3% a lot, bro. We're learning a whole bunch from this ticker right now. That's a 2.5 read. Yeah, man, I don't think I'm going to find one like it. So this thing is quite literally running a single iteration. These are, it's not the same here. These are, these are parabolic upsides. That they're not like like, for example, this, right? This one closed at that point and opened here. That's a 21% gap. I need like okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to come to terms here that I don't have it. And so this also leaves me with just understanding that we're just going to have to use the volatility metric on this. Let me see. This is closing here and opening right about there. Another 3%er. Damn, yeah. Okay, fine. It's done and it's done. Unless I have one more. One more, I promise. Closing here. Opening there. All right. So let me see. That's 4.76. Wow. Okay. Let's compare them. Those are two of the very, very much similar here. Let's see. So this, yeah, it opened here, right? It made that top side and it came down. It did close the gap to the wick, and then it closed, right? And then it closed at 33.01 from opening at 32.73. And the following day, it did kind of gap down and it went all the way down towards the low of that day. And to be fair, this had made, oh man, okay. But yeah, that was 7 months later at a top. And you're at a bottom here. Okay, bro, there is the possibility of closing that wick. Right. I'm saying that you have a gap here. The other one didn't have a gap to support. So that's the liquidity bottom. I'm saying. So there is now a backed probability of this happening here into liquid support. Cohen gets an option? What? So wait, it was announced today, or did we already know and it's in effect now? Do we know that detail? What I had just asked? And today in the AM was announced that Cohen gets an option. Okay, like it was 3 a.m. or 5. So this is the first time, right? We don't know about this. So which is why we gapped up. Okay. Yeah, the first gap up is never the one that you want to buy. The one that you want to buy is the pullback. But as we need price action to kind of simmer down a bit. Hold on, guys. But it's not following the way that I think it would. Is this going in? It's already after the hourly close of the SPX and it's not appreciating. So I'm wondering if it's running inverse the SPY. Let me just look back here. Holy crap. The SPY just retraced like crazy. Okay. All right. So it is running a tad bit inverse. So if that is the case, bro, then yeah, I'm thinking that this could fulfill that pullback, and it would be relevant to, let's see, could it be a whole day? Damn, yes, just that gap. See this here? I'm betting that it could I'm betting that this could retrace to those two numbers here. So it would be support. I'm thinking, right, bro? It's just you have a gap here too, man. And this, there are things that can seriously prevent price action from continuing here. So I'm just gonna put some few targets in here that you should take under consideration here. Take with a grain of salt, right? As they are critically important targets for GME. Is that why you were asking me for a video last? Wait, no. You were asking me for a video just because it was moving, but you didn't know this was going to happen, right? No. Oh, okay. Oh, well, I mean, or see, that's what I was asking earlier. Did we know that we were going to announce this option here at some point? Did we ever know that? No. Okay. That's good to know. This is bullish, just so you know. I'm just going to give you that news right away. Right? This is absolutely bullish. I just want you to understand, right, that there are some dynamics here from its psychology because people are genuinely afraid. Right? People are afraid of losing their asses here, man. You know, so they're going to try to pick up. They're going to try to pick up any bump to the upside to realize their some type of a gain, you know, a recovery of sorts. So, you know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Okay, let me see something. Okay. So, okay. So I guess, yeah, bro. It is tough to call out that exact bottom on this one, buddy. Honey, what was that? Did you turn on the light? Little guy, did you turn on the light? No? Which one was it, honey? Oh, okay, gotcha. Keep it off, honey. Keep it off. Just for now, baby. Okay. Yeah. So this is that retrace that I'm talking about, right? The bi-hourly, your bi-hourly retrace. It's starting to happen. I'm not sure if it's going to retrace and then touch a resistance of sorts and then pull back. It's got relative resistance all over this, like 21.45. Then come back and peekaboo and then continue. That's a probability here. So I'm gonna say that probably we should consider all of these targets, no matter what, right? No matter what. But also know that this is bullish. In my eyes, this is incredibly bullish. And I think that you have just a short-term distribution here before this thing continues towards the upside. And it was kind of, not the most obvious way to, it was not obvious to see this. Yeah, honey? Do you need to go to the bathroom? Yes? Okay. All right, buddy. So now let me just do something real quick for you. The short sale volume spiked. It's got an inverse head and shoulders too here on the 3-hour. So that's not bad. Not bad at all, man. Okay. Upside into the 4-hour time. Yeah, so it would be starting 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour. You wanna open what, honey? Come here. Huh? Wait, I can't hear you. Tell me again.
The 4.
Okay. Hold on, guys. Hold on just a sec. Okay, team. I am back. Let me see if I can do... Dude, this thing on my phone is ridiculous. It's like it's hard to open up. Okay. Let's do it. Daniel, you here with me? Wait, what? What do you mean? Dude, wait, what? What do you mean? Explain yourself. What do you mean, Roaring Kitty? He's been posting? Where? On Reddit? His brother? Is it actually true? Not a scam? And who validated that? It's real? No way. The legend on IG. Is that why? So you want me to post a video today because of it? What? Dude, I don't have an IG. Or, well, I do. I just don't use them at all. Like the XRP, just an analysis thread, right? Just stating the facts. Okay. All right. Will do. Thank you, bro, for looking out like that. You know, it's just, you know, the GME or, well, you know, the apes, they know I still got them, right? I just haven't posted anything in such a, well, I guess I kind of have, but very little. He has posted for a few weeks now. It's very obvious he's reading a script for sure. Something is building. Okay, so you think that it's Kitty, that he's writing the script for him? Is that the proposed thing? Oh my goodness, no way. and he's gonna make him famous? Oh, dude. That is ridiculous. You're recording the video? What do you mean? What do you mean, Daniel? Yeah, that's it. That's it right there, honey. That's it. Send it. I want to see it. Okay. If I have anybody in YouTube, please go ahead and step into the Discord, please. I can't actually have YouTube observe this. Please go ahead and come by. And yeah, I want to know what kind of crazy speculation this is here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to mute YouTube. Coming back, YouTube. Okay. Let me know if you can hear my voice, team. Check, check, check. 1, 2, check 2. But if you pay close attention, there have been a few things like this. Okay. So, like we're aware, double dot. What's that, man? So we're aware that this has happened before, right? So if you want to be clever, there could be a way for you to identify what that pump can be from the first day that that we started getting that hint that Roaring Kitty it was going to come back in, right? It was a random tweet, right? And then out of nowhere, the to attention, or I think that was the second one, maybe. So price that percentage from the first tweet, and then see how much upside you get into his releasing of the live stream. So when we find out what the catalyst is or what they're even talking about, when that releases, that's the top. So it was already pre-priced in the whole way. Maybe. So that's the last iteration. So if I'm thinking what I'm thinking here, it might actually be something that can come true. Okay, guys. So just heads up with that. But I can't believe this guy is leading people into that hunt again. I didn't put GME, right? Okay. Hold on. Downside. Careful, honey. Let me just finish that off. Hold on. I'm coming back in. The spy thesis. The spy thesis. I don't remember. I don't. From last night. Oh crap! I'm so sorry. I haven't even gotten to see it. Damn it. Okay. It does sort of rhyme here with GME this fall, no? But I'm looking for how much down. I was just so preoccupied with this. Let me see. Downside 3, 4, 6. Ooh, almost there. Okay. Yeah. Again, 12 hours of downside. Like I can't do that. Because a 12-hour downside would suggest that it would come all the way down to $20 and then continue on the 45 cents more that it can drop. So technically speaking, this. Oh, actually, what? How is that possible? Current ATR low is 2027. The opening is 2072. $2027. There we go. 1989. Well, the ATR is 45 cents. From 2070. So that would technically be just around 2020, 2025, 2030s. So if that's the case, I mean, there would be. Oh, right. Well, there is this here. and that's located at 2051. Let me see. But there, like I was saying, there are a lot of things that can prevent price from going there too, because this did break above a critical area of resistance. And if that's the truth, then right now it's on its way to kind of validate that. So if it's only this that it validates, anywhere between that 2090 to around 2110, then it would have ignored this critical bottom. It would technically have to be roughly around here, like 2057. And that's like, yeah, that's right. I just drew that, right? Yeah, I just drew it right here. A 2050. It would technically have to be that. So mathematics are saying 2109 to 2091. Hourly time frame above the, okay. We're just below VWAP right now, if we're looking at it in that fashion. And okay, so I don't know if it matters at all, but this thing does have a 15-minute close here. 15-minute low would be 2117. It just hit 2128. Resistance likely at 2134. Then I have a 2118 to a 2109. And this thing is oversold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're on the 7th bar. Oversold average bars are 6.12. And it's curving. Technically speaking, this would be the turn. Meaning that it can reach its average, right? The 2118 low. To let me see. Yeah, the 2117, whatever that is. And the space, honestly, would be 2109 to 2118. That's technically what it's supposed to ish do, right? We're gonna have to figure that out. Okay. But nonetheless, I was still trying to find. I think that was the 12-hour. Okay, so let's just say that it did continue from the 12-hour. We would have a daily upside. We still have the buy daily time frame might be closing green. We have the pullback on the 3-day. It still has a lot of time to close. The 4-day time frame would have then decompressed to its 50%, 30 to 50. An hour 40 to go. 5-day time frame. It's just freaking enormous. It's still suggesting upside on the 5-day. Okay. I'm just going to stop here at the weekly. And the weekly time frame has about $1.97. So it's over in 2 days. Current ATR top would be 2262. We only hit about 2202. This, technically speaking, this would be a V-shaped recovery. So I think this is on its way. I think this is on its way. Back up to let me see. There's a gap here on the weekly time frame. So I would first start around there. And I would say 20. Yeah, I mean, where we stopped, that's nice. So I guess I could just put that as the bottom side of that range. Right. So I would think it would be 2202. Hold on. I'm not gonna use the wick bases for the gaps. I'm gonna use the bodies, or I'm gonna have to use a combination of both. Actually, dang, yeah, 2202 to 2210. It feels like we're going back up to that. Hold on. Yeah, if momentum is suggesting what I'm thinking it's suggesting, that's kind of the trajectory here. What was the SSRM play I looked earlier? Are you still on them? January 16th. Whatever I announced earlier, I don't even know what. Hey, brother, good to see you. Hold on, I'm gonna double check. I put in. Hey, buddy, careful, honey. Uh, I'll double check here right now. I just had to finish this thing here. Oh my goodness, bro! If this thing breaks the $22 zone, that's yeah. You're. Oh my goodness, man. There's a clear area of resistance here. So you're reclaiming structure, man. At least anywhere between 2263, which is the average here. 2263 to 2318 is roughly that resistance. And then you're kind of officially in the opposition of the structure. Dude, it might actually happen. Warrants at $32. Wow. I hope it can get there. You do have a 2933. You have about a 2987. And I do obviously see this one here too, of course. Your 2770 to around $28. But $32. Okay. Brother, it's not looking too bad. I think, yeah, this one's a little tough to read because of all the psychological crap that it's got in it. But if I were to propose anything on this, man, that it would be that. It would be this. Yeah, entry conditions on this would probably be right in this area here. I'm thinking, right? Then there's something between GME and silver. Really? What could that be? Okay. So yeah, risk on somewhere in this area here. This thing bounces, retraces your 4 day, 3 day, I think it was. Face resistance is somewhere around that 2144. That could still happen today, technically. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm gonna have to. And local supports, of course, right around in here. And then this would have the continuation towards the upside. Heads up first that around this target here, because there could be some local resistance. And but overall, I'm seeing this as a hard target, right? That top side up there. Careful, honey. Okay. All right. That discretion is leading me into this so far. Let me put it there. And Josue, are you still here, buddy? I think that was we did say that right, guys. Where's my bro? Okay, let me put this here on the chat. Sorry, guys. I know that it took a little bit longer than normal. Sorry. Here we go. Something to keep my eye on. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, XCN. Yeah, especially when it has that crazy. All right, yeah. Hold on, team. Hold on. James, come here. Okay, guys. Man, it could be sometimes a little tough here, right? With the kids. But all good, all good. Yeah, so sorry about that. I was just gonna post this thing up here. It looks like it's already getting its retrace that we're looking for, right? Good stuff. And sorry, team, I am gonna go ahead and follow up with whatever everyone is saying here. Just want to go ahead and make sure that we can get through the list here. Uh, you know, quickly and swiftly. Here we go. Let me go ahead and put down here GME. Here you go, guys. That is what that is right there. Good stuff. And we're also getting the reversal here on XRP from those targets too. Close enough. And sorry, guys. It was a tick. Josue, which it was XCN, right? I'm pretty sure I had it. Hold on. I know I had that thesis already kind of made out. It was Coinbase, right? Uh, I may have to go into the lounge real quick and see. ALCY, Gush, SSRM. Okay. XCN. Okay, so XCN had this here. Let me try to locate that. You're good, honey? James? You okay? All right. Good stuff, guys. Let's get out of that. Okay, so perfect, man. Perfect. Really, really, really wanted to make sure that we did have this list, or the chart, right? Let me go back to the chat. Make sure that I can see you guys. I just needed to find it. There we go. Okay, so based on our prior analysis, right, we were observing the potentials of coming down to, and I guess we sort of, yeah, okay, great. Almost got that 2 zeros, and we almost got that 843. Low came to 846. We did catch that liquid bottom though, the 875. And we did say that from here we would catch an upside to, for your short-term traders to remove risk right at this point of 1025 to 1052. Price action made a top side of about 1046. So congratulations if you did take that short-term trade. Now, the continuation of this would, very obviously we would have to resist on here and then continue validating. The thing is that this is looking like it's either it's looking kind of like a bear flag, sort of, like a head and shoulders. And if I were to put this into into like through a different light, let me see what it's looking like there. Hold on. Jeez. It's looking like it's not bearish. That's what it's looking like. Let me see that. Jeez, man, are you serious? Yeah, it feels like it's trying to create some makeshift uh bull flag of sorts, and also it looks like a the missing hours are annoying, right? But it does look kind of like a bull pennant, you know. You have a very obvious regression down here, right? And then you also have regression down here too. So if that's the case, in a macro time, it looks it just I don't like to force formations, but this is literally an outlier. So we ignore the outliers, right? So if this is your bull pennant only observed from the 8 hour, that's not the greatest quality one, but it is technically there. So, which means that this would potentially it's getting ready for a breakout. So your bi-daily time frame just opened, and typically speaking, we retrace just about 30 to 50% your prior bar before continuation, and you are certainly accelerating with upside momentum on your bi-daily, and your daily time frame here does have a shooting star, so nice pullback on that. But does it usually pull back on shooting stars? That's one, yes. Okay. This is two, yes. I guess we can count that was sort of that huge one. I can't even tell. So three, yes. Okay, so let me see now. That's a yes, and these are two of them there. That's a yes too, and this is a yes. Okay, so typically speaking, your shooting stars do pull, but they're tiny. What about when they're making this massive upside? Are there shooting stars that have happened when that upside happens? So there is one here, but that's actually the first. This actually the second pump. So from a first pump, it consolidated here, but that's not quite a shooting star. This one too, and it consolidated. Okay, man, you know what? There is actually a chance here of. Wait, are we at the bottom of the trend or what? Dude, that's another dynamic that we have to pay attention to. Okay. Um, I'm gonna read momentum on this. So, psychologically speaking, we have that little bull pennant there, sure. But upside continuation, 16 minutes to close the buy hourly here. True green outside bar. Bullish engulfing too. Nice. Your upside bias is present on that. These are okay. So you have a momentum bar here on an hourly time frame with an upside bias, and you're expanding too. 30-minute time frame just got its 50% retrace. Upside bias expansion happening. You still have upside. What the heck, man? Your downside yeah, so your downside ends at 5 minutes. 30 seconds left to close. So 5-minute time frame likely green. Continuation to the 10, 15, 30 hourly. Yeah, we have expansion everywhere, dude. What? 3-hour time frame, 1 hour 15, potential true green outside bar, bullish engulfing, tweezer bottom on that. Geez. From a bottom of a trend too. Same, not quite the same thing for the 4-hour, 15-minute time frame, but it's railway-ish. Okay. 6-hour time frame, bullish engulfing on that too. Still with that up. Hold on, I gotta find out which one has a true downside without a kink. That's kinked. Let me look really closely at that 4-hour. Sorry, guys, I'm being okay. So 4-hour total upside would be looked at here, and that is giving us a 1038, and it's closing in 14 minutes. So if it closes in 14 minutes, your top side from a 930 was 1038. So yeah, we're looking at targets towards the 11s. And that would be roughly your daily ATR top 1038. Wait, hold on. Daily ATR top 1064 daily top. Okay. Yeah, resistance. This is bullish still, and it's likely to continue to the upside soon, like nowish. And I think that this would. Oh, great. So here are our resistances: 1025, 1052, and here's your 11. I'm thinking here that it could have reached even this target here of 1067 or 1068. So I'm going to put that there as well as a liquid top, and I'm going to trust that the discretion against mathematics, against psychology is true. So risk on this. It's okay. The potential low for XRP is check out that post that Guardian just put for you. Okay. The low is likely in, but should there be some kind of a pullback here for risk on? It would probably be around it would probably be around these targets here. These three. So let me just draw this in there for you. Yeah, man. This is looking a-okay. Okay. So let's get rid of this one and this one here, right? Let's diminish the time frame just a little bit. Let's get rid of this since it's already kind of happening. Damn, that bi-hourly time frame is about to close that. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that also looks like, oh my goodness, it is. You have an inverse hidden shoulders here. Oh, dude. Okay, man. So that I have to propose that too then. Man. Why, sir? Here we go. We'll just do this traditional. I don't see a regression on this, so top side target on this relative to that 1068. Cool. No need for that. All good. It's already there. We know it's there. No problem. All right. So entry conditions could be soon, like right away, like soon. All right. And let me put in these targets real quick. I'll try to do this as fast as humanly possible. These here. I don't think that we're going to reach all the way down there, but I'm just going to, I'm going to humor them. Immediate short-term time frame resistances are located here, right? But this would be for, scalpers and stuff like that. This has a lot more upside than the 11. I will say. All right, brother. So this is looking very strong. And as far as XRP, I think that we may have already caught that low, and the thing is just probably reversing. I don't know where that is though, guys. Okay. Let me just draw that in yellow. Okay. Very cool stuff. Get rid of this thing here. And just get your trajectory, right? So potential entries, in here somewhere, right? Quick resistance, validative support, and yeah, just to continue. This is what we're doing so far. This is how the cookie crumbles, sir. You got it, Jose? Chilling? Did you use the restroom, honey? Huh? Huh? Yeah, a hole? A hole? Hold on. So the little guy says, look, a hole. And I'm like, a hole? So I go over and I'm like trying to find out what the heck he's doing. And he's got my Galaxy S Pen. It's a Samsung S Pen. It's making holes on a cardboard box. I'm like, bruh. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, the funniest things happen with kids, bro. My God. So this is gonna be ticker symbol XCN. And yeah, that's ridiculous, man. Here you go, team. Okay. Okay, so BD, was that the one? I'm sorry, guys. If I missed it, just let me know. Right, let me know if I missed whatever. BDP buddy, let me know if you need to. Oh, the Guardian. You okay? Okay, go ahead, honey. You do your thing. Oh, good. Let's see real quick. Michelle. Oh, I'm not. BE? Yeah. BE for sure. Yeah, Michelle, we were looking for this downside here from the chart, right? We were looking for entries between the 217.668, 218.153, and 216.33. What, honey? Come here. You need to what? You need to take that off? Okay. Let me see. Careful with your fingers. Like that? Yes, that's sharp. Don't touch it. Here you go. Grab it. I need to get to work. All right. So, Michelle, I don't know if you just heard me, but that's we it did happen, right? So we did get this bottom, and that was, I feel like that was the the low here, so that we can continue on that that trend that we were already on. And we got 3 minutes to close. Yeah, 3 minutes to going into power hour, guys. So BDP, I got you, buddy. Let's take a look at that ticker. Let's take a look at that ticker, man. What was it again? BE. What is BE? Bloom Energy. Nice upside on this, right, buddy? Let's see what's up. Are you risk on this? As you know, I will answer it differently. You're not risk on? Okay, you're looking to be? Dude, my nose is going insane. Looking to get in? Okay. All right. So, yeah, if anything here in the next 2, 3, like around the power hour area, this would technically decompress unless it already did. Right. So your 4-hour time frame. Let me see the 8-hour. And your daily. I mean, it retraced a little bit, right? But what I'm talking about is for this thing to come back down to, to these targets here. I'm speaking of, yeah, I guess it would be an average, right? So, I mean, technically it would do this like soon. So this here to just around, hang on. Okay, so nothing historically, perfect. Hang on. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this would be a mid-bound, and of course the opening valuation of your day. Buddy? You there? Okay. Just about here. So this is what I mean by a pullback. So it would technically decompress here quickly within. That is if it beats a bunch of, it has to survive. It has to survive like crashing into this target here and then falling below it, closing in maybe a 5-minute, 10-minute time frame. to validate a continuation to the downside here. So I'm saying that this target right at this point may be one of those targets that can prevent price from dropping. But should there actually be a support on this? Yeah, it would be. It would be relative to this. But so far, man, this I know you're at an overextension already on the daily, but that doesn't matter, right? Your average overbought bars on this would be around 6.32. So you have 1, 2, and you're about to go to your third in the tomorrow session. Daryl, mist still moving up? What is mist? And somebody keeps on calling out this other one. It's something YQ. Forgot what it was. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna leave these targets here for you, just so you know that these would be ideal for some risk on, but it's bullish, bro. And why is it bullish? I'm not sure, but if it is a catalyst, just make sure that it is sustainable, right? If the catalyst is not just like some letter of intent, 10K, 8K, whatever, you know, and if it does have sustainability, rip it. But it does show a very, very critical uh, time for accumulation here, man. This still got its way to go. You're at this resistance here. Yeah, you're about to, man. As soon as you can break above these zones here, man, that 1/3, that 115.09, this is, that's a clear shot all the way to 119 to 120, right around there. And I think that's the target you said you wanted, right? That is not bad, bro. So, yeah, once again, right? Let me just kind of put in that target there for you. Okay, sorry guys, I just need to see that little dude. Okay. And yeah, we're right at that power hour now. So let's put this in like, what's up, honey? You good? Like this, right? And for now, bro, you're running a daily ATR of almost $9. This thing is crazy, right? So this does have like respectable movement. Like this really it moves the way it should move, you know? So yeah, from this point here, bro, I think that if you do get that chance to get in here, just give it a see. Okay, here's one more thing. If it starts to fall, like, and people get really scared about this, you're certainly going to come down and try around this area here. So I must warn you, okay, that there is liquidity down here. Actually primary liquidity. So it's just the distance. Your proximity from this point to this point. Is it enough to already pull back here? Right? Because if you're observing here, once you break a resistance like this here, you make this kind of parabolic high and then you retrace towards those lower areas. So is this worth it to come back down all the way down here already? So it might not be. Right? Proximity has a lot to do with this. So yeah, I think that I think that since you are running these kinds of numbers, your next resistance here, although you do have massive resistance that we're using right now, could actually exceed. Yeah, it could actually exceed into 114.55. I would say and nothing historically, right? We did say that. Let me find the primary ones. Yeah, 115.98, so pretty much 116. And should it have enough? Should it have enough thrust? then this is where this is where you're starting to kind of meet your this is kind of where you're starting to meet your statistical targets. Yeah, honey. I can't hear you, honey. Say that again. Where's the spider? Yeah, you opened all the bags already. Go ahead, look in the box. You want to look in the booklet? Dude. I would give it a few days, bro, or a couple days. This thing is not going to take that long to get there. It may be 2-3 days at the most, really. Holy crap. This is really, really volatile, man. Okay. And of course, we're just going to put your exit targets right about here. Cool, cool, cool play. All right, buddy. Oh, you have one more. Yeah, cannot fail I cannot fail the 107.67, or else you're going to start testing these lows down here. And that's going to start applying a lot of fear. Power hour. Okay. All right, buddy. So I guess trajectory would just be as simple as that. We just wait for that. We just wait for that drop to come. Remember that this can prevent it, but I'm not sure if it is. Right. So this would be a preventive target, right? But I'm kind of betting that it would come to that 108.25. And then from here, of course, you're going to start doing your little dance, right? And then continuation towards that upside. 2 days, maybe 3 at max, if it has that conviction, the buy side conviction, and that's about it. Let's see. Let me put this here for you, buddy. Here is ticker symbol BE. Hold up. Dude, it's a little overextended. It would benefit from a retrace, but dude, this is really likely going at least another $4, bro. Like this is likely going. It has a really deep likelihood. So, you know, just yeah, good call on this one, buddy. So, yeah, guys, just heads up on that play. BE, that one could do some damage. Absolutely. And let's see. So we're on the SPX right now. I'm looking at the SPX. Sorry, guys. Let me see this on a larger time, at least an 8-hour, right? Jeez, yeah. In reality, like we were talking about yesterday, right? It should technically be pulling back to around 69, 68, but will it? Will it do it? You have a massive gap here too. If anything, I think your SPX is probably it's already supporting off of that 69.37, but in reality, you got it, buddy. No problem. When's power hour? Right now. We are certainly in power hour right now. And there, yeah, wait a good let me see, 16 minutes maybe. Let's see what that kind of shift does. But supposedly this is in some kind of support now. But I will say that the SPX could benefit from the closing valuation of this 8-hour bar from Friday, December 26th, which technically speaking would have also a range. And that would be, of course, hold on, nothing over there. Of course, we're at blue sky territory, right? So yeah, that would be roughly around here. The whole zone is roughly that. You know, from the zone that we already supported from. So I would say just like that, 69, 36, 76. I really want to say that one, but the thing is that why not if the gap is you know, the gap's body is right there. The bounce that we're experiencing here might be the one to prevent from that downside. But other than that, yeah, that could have been okay. Okay. So but still guys, you know, we were talking about the taking profits up here. But still, man, I don't even know if it's going to try to go for that. It is an 8-hour time frame that has just it does have upside posturing, right? Still an hour to go and you're bouncing from relative areas. So that you know, it does have criteria. You did, honey? Okay. Yeah, give yourselves here that if you're going to try anything guys, be careful, right? If you're going to try anything crazy, you know, observe this 69.36. I'm not sure if it's going to try any lower than that, but it can certainly try this center area, which I'm going to just draw in right now. And there could be a liquidity bottom, but I bet that it's going to try on this top side here, even though we have a focus. So it might just be a whole reversed focus in reality. Yeah. You know how they be doing? They'll be flipping the script all crazy. Okay. This is going to be on yellow. Careful, careful. There is a lot of relative resistance in there. Let me see. $15-minute time frame closing in just about a minute. Careful. And that's going to be your hourly time frame on the SPX. Let me see this. You are at relative supports here on the ES2. So anywhere like in this zone here, those are supports. But those are soft too. So if he really wants to take it, if he really wants to do some damage, you know, this could drop to 69.57. But I gotta say, there's a lot of confluence here. Careful, team. Careful. Super careful. Devil talk. Oh, bro. Huh? He was? Okay. Let me go back to the SPX. Oof. Careful, team. Careful, okay? That's nuts, man. This is nuts. Oh my goodness. That's your 15-minute close. $14 to closing your hourly, bi-hourly, 3-hour, 6-hour. Yeah. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 6-hour closes coming up here in about 14 minutes. This technically should be retracing at this point now. Right on time. But still a lot of pressure, right? So let's see how it needs to combat this target of 69.33. Go ahead, honey. 69.34-ish. And then also the top side of around that 69.36, 37, right around there. No, I didn't. Congratulations, bro. Oh my goodness. I do not know, sir. You did one contract? That's nuts, bro. Oh, okay. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you for 1 minute. My little guy really needs attention, so I'm gonna have to cut out here a little sooner than normal. I know I usually take it all the way to the very bitter end, right, guys? So please be very careful here if this thing turns around. You have just about 13 minutes to closing your 30-minute, which is the hourly time frame, which is confluent to the 2-hour, 3-hour, and 6-hour of the SPX close. So there's a lot of retracement that can happen on here. Okay, guys, a 50% retracement is equivalent to roughly 69.37 on this. So we have to be very careful on that. What you're betting on is that from this downside of 69.31 all the way to the 69.37, there is enough push from and volatility gathering from the immediate short term to consider a continuation after a pullback, right? I'm coming. Okay, guys. Guys, I got to peace out. I'm gonna go ahead and close up shop unless you guys want to chill here. But yeah, on that play, ticker symbol BE, we're already approaching these entry conditions, right, guys? This is a pretty cool play. So entries right down there. This is going to be, we put the chart up here in the chat anyway. So 109.12, 108.25, 107.67. These are your areas of interest for a potential upside here. I think that we can go from this 109 all the way up to your 116s, 117s. I'm coming, honey. All right, guys. I love you all so much. Please, shout at me with any questions or concerns, and we will talk very, very, very scary Larry later. Okay, guys. I love you all, team. I'm coming, babe. Yeah, that's me. That's me right there. Okay, team. No problem, guys. I'm so sorry. We'll come back into it. We do have I think we have strategies meeting tonight, right? So I'll see the students later on, and I will also catch the market prep with later on after that with you. Okay, team. We'll make another XRP video. I'm coming, honey. All right, guys. Love you all. Take care, team. You got it, ninja. Be safe, everybody. I love you all. Take care, guys.